game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Mexico City Golden Eagles. Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And we are underway from Mexico City. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 42-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Alpha.
Now Stidham on 2nd down. It's complete. James White. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
Gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Patriots.
Wait, that 29. Alpha. Double time. Hey. 4 down. He's checking.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Michel. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Brady. This is White on the screen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Spinning past him. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Check middle. I'm trying to collect.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike 50. Mike 54. Quick pass 85. Pass 85.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That one is caught by Hunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, watch this.
Here's Watkins on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. On to the 2nd quarter, Mexico City in possession. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Throwing now is Allen. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The 20. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, he saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's go.
This is Hunt on the draw play. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Down 80. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the slap. Middle. Watch the slap. Half. Shoot. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Hey, tight.
On 1st down, Hunt. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Middle. Alert.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Regular. Check the hot read.
From the gun, it's Allen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run right side with Hunt. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike 54.
Alert! Watch the slap! Watch the slap!
Check 31. Check 31.
Now Allen on third down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. You don't need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, wahoo! 72.
Now Brady. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
You. Slam.
72. Alert! Hey, Haywood! Hey, 66.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go. Watch the safety creep.
Brady to throw again. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, home. Let's go.
Allen going to throw again. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll run it here with Hunt. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And John Brown's got it complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here's Allen to throw it. And able to find John Brown. 30. 10. And all the way in for the touchdown. John Brown. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it. Because to me, it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Patriots. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Patriots 19, Golden Eagles 6.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Watch twins.
On first down, Allen. He finds Yeldon. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Motion, watch 10, watch 10. There's a party. There's a party now. Back.
Now Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey, Alabama.
Brady gives this to White. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hey, goal 66. Easy. Shadow.
They stay on the ground with White. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Brady. It's caught. This is White. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. After the main field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Hunt, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. First down, here's White. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll wind up up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
No, 66.
Check safety, check safety.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Wait, set. Wait, 20.
Lost 49. Oh, here we go. Oh. Slam, slam.
Hey, second.
On 1st down, White. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Tight on this side, boy. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move.
Rip. Go, go. Shadow! Regular!
From the 35 on 2nd down, Brady. That's complete to White. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
On 1st down, Brady. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Check the backer, check the backer.
To throw is Brady. It's his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Nice hit, boy.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run with White. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They'll try and run with their fullback. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Tight right. Switch.
From midfield, here's Allen. And he finds Tyler Croft. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Switch. Joker.
Hey, tight.
Check.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You're handing
out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game ball is for everybody. So for the Pats, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And now it's off to the airport for a date with Customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6.